Welcome, Wrestle Buddies, to our predictions show for AEW Full Gear. I am joined today by a host of talent from Wrestle Buddy. First, we've got my Drip King brother, Jimmy Baby. How we doing, Jimmy?
What up? What up? I'm good. I made it just in time to join y'all to bring some prestige to the show.
We've got the Reverence back in service. Harold, how are we, buddy?
Not too bad. I'm doing all right. Good to see you guys again. Good to be working again.
We've got Wrestle Buddy Matty, the Quizmaster, back with us today. How we doing, Matty?
I'm here to do some predicting, maybe be the prediction winner this time. So we'll see.
Hi, Zane.
Thanks for that lovely introduction.
Now,
can we cuss on stream? I just need to verify this.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay. Let's play it safe. I'll drop a cuss or something in later down the stream. But just gonna let you guys know that I'm really good at this stuff. Like, obviously, Eddie Kingston is winning all the matches, so we don't even need the stream.
And see, this is why we call you the Wrestle Buddy little shit, because you're stupid with your little Eddie Kingston stuff.
Let's see. Like, actually, let's have a competition. Let's have a healthy competition and see who comes out on top.
Just a little comment in our comment section already, guys. Wolverine Gaming 2016. Hey everyone, how are you all today? And I just put a like on the stream. Hey Wolverine, how we doing?
Hey, thank you, Wolverine.
Hey, Wolverine, my brother. We got to get together in game sometime.
Right, guys. So we've got our predictions for Full Gear. It's going to be one hell of a show, is it not? So before we start going into predictions, I'm just going to start one by one, see what your favourite match you're looking forward to is on the card. So Harold, let's start with you. What's your favourite match that you think is going to be the best on the card?
Hangman versus Kenny Omega.
Cool. Zane?
Yeah, I have to agree. Hangman Omega.
Yeah. Matty?
You guys are saying Hangman Omega. I'm actually going to say FTR and the Lucha Brothers. I think that match is going to slap.
True.
And Jimmy, baby?
I'll just go different, and I'll say Punk versus Kingston because I can't wait to see Kingston take a loss.
I like that.
Ooh.
And I'm going to
wait longer.
Shut up, Zane. I'm going to say Darby Allen versus MJF, to be honest with you. I think it's got, real potential to one thing I don't think we've seen enough of from MJF is in ring work, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing some from him tonight. So, yeah.
Against someone beside Chris Jericho. Yes.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, someone who can actually go.
Yeah, but MJF actually is one of the best in-ring talents in AEW, like without a doubt, because his matches against Sammy Guevara and his last year's match against Jungle Boy Double or Nothing were actually straight bangers.
Yeah, he's really good.
Excited.
I just don't think we did enough.
No, I think, as I say, I think we've lost a little bit of it because of what's his name is feud with Jericho just went on for so long, didn't it?
Yeah.
Demon Joker. I agree. The Lucha Bros versus FTR is the match that I'm looking forward to most. And also, my dad's in the chat. Everyone say hello to my dad.
Hello, Andy Senior.
Hello, Andy's dad.
It's John. Hi, Dad. You all right? Yeah, we're doing all right, mate. Nice. Thanks for watching us, Dad.
Yeah, sounds a lovely person.
David is okay, friend of mine.
Yeah, Zane's a little shit, Dad. Right, guys, so we'll start off with the pre-show. Let's have a look at Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa. It is what it is. It's a pre-show match, isn't it? It's not spectacular or anything like that. Solid enough match, I think it's going to be. You've got, obviously, Nyla Rose is the big girl in there. She'll be the one that'll help them do some bits and bobs, I believe. Jimmy, what's your thoughts, mate?
I mean, I think it'll
Everybody disappeared for me, but
I don't expect much from the match, but I don't even know who's teaming with Thunder Rosa. That's the team that's winning.
Hikaru Shida.
Oh, yeah. I see that Thunder Rosa's going to get the win before she jumps into the eventual feud with Britt Baker that we all know is coming next.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully, it's better than the stuff we saw in Dynamite.
Is Thunder Rosa still in the in that tournament? Is she?
I'm
CBS
not sure.
tournament, because I don't know whether you've all seen that they announced that they're going to be doing a champion versus champion midweek special for the first week they go onto CBS.
Yeah.
Was it champion versus champion, or was it
It's going to be champions versus champions?
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Interesting. Well, then that's perfect.
What's that?
Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker. I mean,
exactly. It kind of leads me to believe that Thunder Rosa is going to win the new TBS championship because of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and from what we've seen, she's probably the only person that really deserves it.
Yeah. Well, all right, Harold, who do you think on this match, mate?
Well, number one, they don't pay me to think. As was already stated, it is the pre-show match. But you know what? We could be pleasantly surprised, and they could take the match of the night, for all we know.
Zane, what do you think?
See, this deeply ties in with one of the major criticisms that AEW faces, is that, like, put women on the card. Like they're putting this on the pre-show, and like at least have some build, because I really enjoyed the fact that they were building Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida, and I was like, maybe they'll put that match on pay-per-view, or because that feud was really building up to be like, I was really excited, looking forward to a women's feud that didn't have a title involved in it. But now we have this match on the pre-show, so yeah, my prediction is obviously going to be Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa.
Yeah. Well, Demon Joker disagrees with you in the chat. He's putting Nyla Rose TMF for the win.
Demon, come on. When are you going to smarten up?
To be honest, as I say, I know it sounds terrible, but as you rightly say, Zane, with there being no building, I don't really care who wins this match. No, it's just it is what it is. It's a pre-show match. You're not going to give away. Although if the WWE were putting something on at the same time, I'm sure they'd give us a very good match for the buy-in. Okay, so next match on the main card, first match, we've got Pac and Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black and Andre El Idolo. I'm a bit pissed off with this one, I'll be totally honest with you. I'm looking at this and thinking Pac and Malachi Black, and I'm just rubbing my hands together, and it's just like, Cody, piss off out of it. Jimmy, what's your thoughts on that, mate?
Well, the original plan, from what I heard, was it was going to be a four-way between those, and I would have much rather preferred that than just throwaway tag match that has who win when the winner we get a winner. What happens? Nothing. It's just a throwaway match. It's pointless. But I'm rolling with Malachi and Andrade El whatever. It's because I think Malachi's one of the top three things in all of AEW, so there's no reason to have him taking losses.
Yeah. Harold, what do you think on this one?
To agree with Jimmy Bebe, because Black already defeated Cody Rhodes, did he not?
He has numerous times, yeah, and Cody's got one back on him as well.
So this is basically the rubber match of the 3-match series, then.
Well, yeah, but I think it's just this is the fourth match they've had, and obviously with it being the tag team as well. It was set up because Cody come out and saved Pac from a beatdown after his match on Dynamite the other day. But it is what it is. Cody's got to be on the show somewhere, hasn't he? Let's face it, he's got to be. Whether we like him or we don't, he's starting to get that kind of Cena thing about him at the moment. From what I'm gathering, he does well with the young audiences in AEW. Zane, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, so I had a very different line of thought. You see, this is the fourth match, and the reason, as you mentioned, this is something, this is the kind of booking WWE would do on a weekly show. They have two people who are in two pairs of people who are feuding with each other, put them in a tag match. This is by no means a pay-per-view level match, right? But here's the thing: the reason I think they made this a tag match is because Cody wants his win and wants to equalize his record against Malachi Black, and he did that in a singles match that would really harm Malachi Black. So I think Andrade is going to take the pin. Maybe Cody gets the pin, or maybe Pac gets the pin, but I feel like the baby faces are winning here.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so let's vote on this one then. So, Jimmy?
Malachi and Andrade.
Rev Cupid?
Malachi Andrade.
Matty, what did you think? Oh, we're still having technical issues with Matty. Zane?
Still Pac and Cody.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pack and Cozy on this one as well. Okie doke. So next one we've got is really interesting match. I think this is going to be a good match. You've got Christian Cage and Jurassic Express versus Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. Let's go to you first, Sam. What's your thoughts on this match?
Again, I'm not a big fan of tag team matches, right? I thought they were leading to Adam Cole versus Christian Cage, but I guess they had to get Young Bucks and the Jurassic Express on the card as well. So yeah, understandable why they did that, but I feel like Cole and the Bucks are gonna take the win, and they're gonna it's gonna be kind of a definitive, this is gonna be the rubber match where it's like, all right, the Elite, this is the new kind of Elite, because they've been kind of teasing separating from Omega kind of a bit, and I feel like to establish this new main trio of the Elite, they need this win.
Okay, Matty, are you with us now? Oh, okay, though we'll go back to Matty. Harold, what's your thoughts on this one, mate?
I have to agree with Zane. This is if they're taking a separation, they have to get this win in order to complete the quote unquote storyline and lean towards into another one.
And on this one, it looks like the potentially, there's been rumors about them going into a trios tag team championships. What's your thoughts on that and this match, Jimmy?
Yeah, the trio titles are right around the corner. They've been building up more teams for it, because you don't want to do it with just 3 teams, then it just gets old and it would die out quick, kind of like the women's tag titles in WWE. I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to actually go with Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express in this one. I think we're getting – they've teased it, and I think it's coming. The Adam Cole is going to be leaving the Elite, and he's going to be joined along with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in the next month. And we are going to get that banging-ass feud between the Elite and the not disputed era. Can't call it the undisputed, but you know what I'm talking about.
The not disputed era.
There you go. Who knows what I'm talking about? That's what we're going to be building for.
The not fought over era.
I can easily see Adam Cole doing something that kind of leaves the Young Bucks on their own and taking the loss and starting the dissension.
Ooh, I'm liking it. Right, Matty, since you're here and you're actually with us now,
I'm going to go with the Super Click. I think that they're going to win, but with the point that Jimmy brought in, I think that Bobby Fish is going to help the Super Click out to maybe sweeten their relationship with the Young Bucks.
What if Bobby Fish ends up screwing them over on accident? That's just more to my theory.
Yeah.
It adds a layer to it, doesn't it? And then when they try and punish him, Adam Cole stops them.
Yeah.
Just
what are y'all doing?
Yeah, just a clarification. Kyle O'Reilly's contract is ending in a month, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's not far away. I think Jimmy's theory could very well be quite true. Because Kyle could be well on his way over to AEW within
Have you watched NXT lately?
Yeah,
He's leaving. He's definitely leaving.
Yeah, Von Wagner is on SmackDown now. They took his tag team partner and put him on SmackDown.
Yeah, he's leaving.
Right then, guys, so let's just go round and clarify our picks on this one. So, Demon Joker, what's your pick? I know you picked Cody Rhodes and Pac for the win on the last ones. Let's see what's this one. So we'll go to you, Harold, first. Who do you think on this one?
I'd have to go with the winners. This one for me would be a bit of a hard call to an extent because I'm small.
All right, Jimmy, let's go to you.
I'm going with Jungle Boy getting the pinfall on Nick Jackson. I'm gonna give you the details on the match itself. Good. Jungle Boy's getting the big victory tonight.
Yeah.
I think Super Click's on winning this one.
Now, Harold, you can't just say the winners. Who's going to be the winners?
And I thought Matty was stoned.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe that's the problem. I'd have to go with Jurassic Express or whatever it's called.
Okay, though. Matty, I know you haven't got.
I'm back. I'm going to go with the Super Click, and I think that specifically Adam Cole is going to get the pinfall over Christian Cage.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go with Jurassic Express and Christian Cage. I love Jimmy's working theory on this one, so I'm definitely going with my to the Foundation brother. Dad, in the chat, if you're still there, what do you think?
And on the earlier questions, the other earlier matches, my bad that I was not here for that.
Not a problem.
The first match, I'm going to go with Thunder Rosa and Shida. I'm going to go with Pac and Cody to go over Andrade and Malachi. And what were the other matches?
Yeah, we just covered these three.
Yeah. Okay. So our next match is the one I predicted will be the best match of the night, and I'm hoping that I'm really right. It's got a lot of emotion in this one, and it shows you that AEW can build a story and tell a story when they want to. I know, people go on about it. They build a lot of stories, but sometimes they can be very hashtag and put stuff together just at last minute. But this one, I feel like they've built it really, really well. MJF versus Darby Allen. I think it's going to be an absolute barnstormer. I think there's got to be a lot of violence in this because obviously some of the stuff MJF has said and stuff like that, he's got to get his comeuppance, is he not, Jimmy?
Absolutely. 100%. Sorry, issues. This is going to be a great match because you get a lot of people complaining about AEW not building their own talent, and then here we are with a great matchup with their very own talent. The build has been probably, outside of the Omega Page, the best built match on the card, and I think we're really going to get a chance to see what MJF can finally do in the ring on a big stage. And that's what I'm most excited about because we always just see we always praise him for his mic work. Well, I think it's about time we praise him for something different. And this has the potential to steal the show. Absolutely 100%.
Yeah, it really, really does. I think like as Jimmy said there, they've built this very, very well. They've had Sting involved and they've also took Allen out of the spotlight a little bit. Sting and Wardlow maybe have something to go into this match saying.
Yeah, this match, as Jimmy mentioned, has had one of the best builds on the card, and not the best after Omega Page. It's ranked like Omega Page, and then it's Kingston Punk because anything Kingston's in that elevates it to another level. But like for real, I think that this feud is also about that big beefy boy in the background, the tensions boiling between Wardlow and MJF, and they've been kind of a lot addressed and emphasized on TV as of late. So I feel like Wardlow's he's reaching his boiling point soon, and because these two are at a point where either can't take a loss because it might kind of put them lower beneath, push them down the card. So I feel like it's going to be a messy finish, but I think Wardlow is going to screw up MJF, and this is going to be the point where we finally see Wardlow break away from MJF.
Good point. Harold, what's your thoughts on this one?
Well, Zane stole mine, so no.
Yeah, definitely, I did.
I'd have to agree with Zane on that because it would make more sense for him to do that and to break away. If you want to leave, I mean, do it fashionably, violently, whatever way, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, I mean, I think MJF could probably take the loss here, and it doesn't really matter because his character is just the way he is. He can recover quite well, but I really feel like they need to start padding his records out now, especially when he's going for the title. I feel like he's a ready-made opponent for the title. If he hasn't got the belt in the next 18 months to 2 years, there's something seriously wrong with AEW. What's your thoughts, Matty?
To be honest, I think MJF's going to take the win here. Earlier in the morning, Darby Allen had tweeted out, "I'm going to do something great today." And that was very early this morning. So whatever he's doing, he's been planning for a while. So we're going to see him do something ridiculous. And I think that might be the end of the match, but it's going to end the match in a bad way for him. So I think MJF might capitalize off of Darby Allen being too reckless.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, guys, so let's have a little vote on this one. So we will start with Matty.
MJF.
Okie doke. Jimmy.
MJF has to win after taking the loss to Chris Jericho in that feud. He has to win.
Harold.
MJF.
Zane.
I'm a little shit. Darby Allen.
I'm going to say MJF myself. I feel like it is time to go for the title. Okay, so the next one we've got is not something I'm looking forward to. AEW have really tried to build this. Give them the due, they really have tried it, but it just hasn't clicked with me. I don't know what you guys think on this. Is the Minneapolis street fight between the Inner Circle and Men of the Year and American Top Team.
You just said AEW has tried to build this. Have they really tried to build this?
Well, they have, though. They really have. Saying, each week we've had them coming out. We've had
giving them
promo
time
after
is
promo.
another thing. Yeah, but like putting effort. Sorry.
No, but shut up, you little shit. This is why we let grown ups.
We have a mute button we can use on him.
No.
No, but Dan Lambert's constantly come out. They've really tried to build this, but I don't know what it is, why it hasn't really kind of hit home with me. I don't know whether it's because during the MJF and Jericho feud, especially towards the end, the Inner Circle just got pushed out altogether. And I don't know whether if that's the reason why it doesn't feel like, it's like, we just throw them back together now. It's, towards the end. Matty, see you nodding your head. Do you want to go first?
I genuinely think that the heels are going to come out on top. I think
100%.
I think American Top Team, Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, and I honestly think that maybe Santana and Ortiz might turn a little heel skis. Maybe they'll turn on Jericho. I'm not too confident in that prediction per se, but I'm 100% confident that the heels are going to go over due to devious tactics.
Let's face it, it's not going to do him no harm, because I know Jericho after this is probably going to be his last week on AEW for a while, because he's off to Europe, because I'm actually seeing him in Liverpool at some point in the next couple of weeks. So it won't do him no harm, Jimmy, with taking the loss on the way out.
It wouldn't, but it also wouldn't have harmed him to take the loss to MJF in that final bout, and he stole that from him.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I would not be surprised if the Inner Circle came out victorious here with Jericho getting the pinfall, because as much as I hate to say this, because I've always been a Jericho fan since back in '96, but man, it just feels like he is all about stealing thunder these days. And if the opportunity is there, which it is, I just see it happening. This is a moment for Sammy. This is a moment for this should be Sammy's moment if Inner Circle's winning. Like it should.
Yeah.
They want to build him up, but I just don't.
I mean, maybe with the fact that American Top Team obviously can't spend some money on getting Junior Dos Santos and Andrei Flosky in there as well. Zane, surely he'll have the final say on this and maybe put Jericho back in his box.
Yeah, I feel like, but here's also the thing, like the Inner Circle is being like, they're being damaged being like together, like they need to go their separate ways. Santana Ortiz need to go their separate ways. Sammy Guevara is the TNT champion, like for God's sake, he has the belt and still he stands behind Jericho. He need like when Miro was the TNT champion, you felt like, all right, this is something I look forward to every week. Now Sammy is just a sub part of the feud between Jericho and Dan Lambert, right? Even no matter how much they try to emphasize this is about Jericho tapping out Lambert to the walls of Jericho. But I feel like this is kind of the victory lap Inner Circle is doing before Jericho goes off to tour and Santana Ortiz separate, and then sorry.
Sorry, to add to that, if you look back, Sammy was better without the Inner Circle. He accomplished more. And Santana Ortiz, they were better off without the Inner Circle. They were involved with the most meaningful tag team feud since they've arrived, when they were feuding with FTR. And it was without the Inner Circle. Now they're being dragged back into this nonsense. And it's just back to that Jericho stealing thunder from people. So that's
Now on that point as well, anybody else feel that Sammy Guevara should be defending that title tonight as well?
Yes, he should.
Yes.
And if so, who would his opponent be in your guys'
Danhausen. No, sorry, he's injured. Eddie Kingston.
Because Sammy Guevara TNT title match could totally take the place of this.
An
match.
open challenge for you. Like you could have a surprise debut here. Like
Bobby Fish.
Right. You don't know, like
Vince McMahon.
Jonathan Gresham. Like I would really want to see
that would be
Jonathan Gresham
amazing.
Yeah.
And the pop would be insane because the AEW fans are hardcore fans, so they would know exactly who that is.
Do you know what I'd love to see? And you'll probably laugh at me for this one, but I would love to see WrestleBuddy's mate Crowbar come in and have a match against Sammy.
That'd be amazing.
What a match. Imagine that match. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Obviously, Crowbar's a wily veteran, and he'd probably teach Sammy a lot as well. You know what I mean? I could just imagine that'd be a great match.
Yeah. Wait, Orange Cassidy isn't on the card, is he?
He is not, no.
So he can like OC versus Sammy could be an entertaining match, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're better than this. Anything's better than this, to be fair.
Yeah, that's it. Well, also as well, one thing I will say though, and I was quite surprised is, do you know the promo that he done on Dynamite this week, and they didn't have Paige Vanzante, and I noticed it. I thought she's been one of the probably top, and it's not because the way, obviously we know she's tidy and whatnot, but she's been quite a good part of this whole thing. If there's anything, it's proved that she will probably end up as a wrestler, and let's face it, she's a badass, so she's going to do well in it. As long as she gets the right training and stuff like that, which I assume she will do, she could be like another Rousey, probably, maybe not on that same level straight away, but over time, given time and stuff, she'll do really
Paige
well.
Van Zant was a good fighter too.
Yeah. She still is fighting. She's still contracted to bare knuckle boxing, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she's don't get me wrong, she's lost quite a few in there, but I'm never going to sit there and say anything to anybody who gets between them ropes and has a fight. You know what I mean? It's
She could also take on like that Shayna Baszler-esque role, but like done right, like Shayna Baszler in NXT, like that kind of Shayna Baszler.
Let's face it, mate. She's a fifth version of Shayna Baszler, so she will look, not being sexist, she will look aesthetically pleasing to a wrestling company. She could put her face on the front of a poster and sell. Do you know what I mean?
Jimmy, get this convo back on track.
She's got a really good look. But anyway, let's say so. Who are we going for? Inner Circle or Men of the Year and American Top Team? Zane?
Inner Circle.
Jimmy?
I'm going American Top Team and Men of the Year because I'm one of the few people who've actually enjoyed the American Top Team and Dan Lambert.
Matty?
I'm going to go with American Top Team and the Men of the Year, but that's because I'm a big fan of the Men of the Year.
Rev Cupid? Harold?
I am going with American Top Team just because Dan Lambert's got a big mouth.
Not wrong with that. No, to be fair, Jimmy, do you know what? I'll agree with you. I've liked American Top Team, and I was just saying to the guys, in particular, Paige Vanzante, I think she's really shown that she could be a top level. She's ready probably to make that jump over, isn't she? And I like Dan Lambert as well. The problem with this feud for me is I don't like the Inner Circle, and that's unfortunate for me because I always used to like them. But I think they've run the course now, and I'm sick of Jericho. I think this break him going on road with Fozzy probably couldn't come quick enough because he needs a bit of a break.
I know I picked American Top Team, but it would not shock me one bit to see Chris Jericho get the actual.
Steal the light.
That would not surprise me one bit.
Okie doke, so we'll move on to one of the subpar matches of the night. We've got CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston.
What?
Whoa, Andy.
You can boo Eddie Kingston all you want. Don't bring Punk down on that level.
Eddie Kingston's already bringing him down, mate.
This match is going to be a brawl. This is going to be a good fight.
Best match of the night.
So far, CM Punk has failed to deliver in AEW so far.
Did you not watch the Darby Allen match?
Mm-hmm.
Fight.
Do you know what? He has delivered on certain parts, but other parts he's probably not done as.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's been a bit mismatch.
His match against Bobby Fish was excellent.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Now, that's your only words for this. Alice, can we please mute Zane in the chat while we discuss this match? Thank you. Okie doke. Right, so I say we've got CM Punk, Eddie Kingston. I like the way that they've built up to this in a way.
Imagine, props to Alex for that.
Brilliant, Alex. I like the build up to this. They've done quite well on this. The only thing that I don't like is the whole "I'm fighting you because you interrupted me" kind of how started this feud was a bit. But I suppose it's better than what we've had from Punk. At least it's got a bit of a build for it instead of "I pick you and I will fight you," you know. So, Jimmy, let's go to you first.
I actually am pretty stoked for this match because I think what we saw with Punk and Darby, I think you're going to see a lot with this. You're going to get some ring psychology and you're going to get a story told in this match. I think that's where Punk is delivered to the best he can with the matches he's had. But with Eddie Kingston, you have a guy that can actually help deliver a story, and I think that's what's going to really sell this match. I'm not expecting it to be some 5-star classic. I'm expecting it to just be a fun ride to take. And I wish they would have had more time to build it as opposed to just rushing it the last 2 weeks, because I think it could have been something really special if they did.
I feel like they have rushed it a little bit, but for once we have seen a bit, them try and do at least a little bit of a storyline with this match with Punk. What do you think, Matty?
That promo, I can just say that for this whole storyline, and that just says it. That promo's made me excited for this match, and like Jimmy said, both these guys are going to tell an amazing story, and I genuinely think of any of the matches to have a wonky ending, I think this one might have like a no contest. That way both men look strong. They might be brawling in the crowd or something. But AEW doesn't really do that. So this is going to be a fun fight, I think.
Yeah, it could be. As I say, it's going to be a fun match. I think it's no way it's not going to be a fun match. But as I say, I just feel like now we need to start seeing more like this. I wouldn't like this to be a one shot like all the rest of Punk's matches have been. I'd like to see this maybe start leading into a feud now. What's your thoughts, Harold?
Well, in my eyes, CM Punk has failed to deliver the hype on the hype that was created. That match he had with Darby Allen, I think Darby Allen carried him through the whole thing. So I'd have to go with Kingston.
He's going to get... He is good. Okay, so let's go on to the predictions then. Jimmy?
See, Andy, I see what you're
go
doing
on,
here.
Zane. Go on, Zane.
No, I'll keep my prejudices and biases aside.
Oh, come on.
This could have been a better feud. Like I'll be honest. Like if they had invested more time into this, this could have been a very amazing feud because this is not me sucking up Eddie Kingston like I usually am, but Kingston is pretty good at building accelerating feuds from 0 to 100. If you remember last year for Full Gear, him and Mox, the I Quit match, the build for that was amazing. And even though he might not be the best in-ring competitor, Kingston can, as Jimmy said, tell us really good story. And I feel like if there's something there's gonna come out of this is kind of maybe CM Punk edging more towards the heel side and kind of maybe showing reflections of his heel persona, because Eddie Kingston's kind of, as you mentioned, Andy, that he's kind of a fan favorite, right? And people are definitely going to be cheering him. And so far, Punk has faced on pay-per-view Darby Allen, another hot babyface, and Eddie Kingston, who is one of the most cheered guys on the roster. So you have people are going to cheer Eddie Kingston. That look where Eddie Kingston in this feud is more relatable than CM Punk, right? Because CM Punk is the one who's calling him a bum from a more of a corporate standpoint. So if we really see Punk a little tongue-in-cheek, subtle nod towards him turning heel, that would be really good. But I have I see no way in which Eddie Kingston wins this match.
No, I mean, I'm hoping that this doesn't stop at the one match. I'm hoping that they go into a bit more of a, program with Punk, because we haven't seen him go into this program. My one kind of critique I've got about Punk's whole run is I feel like it's just being, well, I'm CM Punk, I'm here. Okay, I'll wrestle you. Now I'll wrestle you. Now I'll wrestle you. And it's if you're a Brian Danielson, you can get away with that when you're such a good in-ring performer. And I'm not saying Punk isn't, but he'd been out for so long, I feel like he needed a real strong storyline to bring him back in and kind of, you know, somebody who really could work in the ring as well to kind of help him get back up to the levels that he wants to get to. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm hoping he wants to get to. And if he doesn't want to get to them levels that he was at in the ring, that's absolutely fine. But, you know, one thing you've got to say with Hogan was never a great in-ring competitor, but he always had good dance partners. And, you know, they always said Hogan selected his own kind of heels who he wanted to go against a lot of the time because he knew he was going to make him look good and stuff like that. But the whole storyline's always, you know, even though it was rinse and repeat, it worked. But at the moment, I don't think like we've had any kind of storyline with Punk. Okay, so we'll go for our predictions. Rev Cupid, let's go to you first.
Kingston.
Okay, Matty?
I'm going to go with Eddie Kingston as well.
Jimmy?
I'm going Punk, and I think the heel turn starts because I don't think there's any better opponent in AEW to make that happen than Eddie Kingston. And yeah, I hope it just brings the fire out of him because that's what I miss about Punk.
Zane?
Hate to say this, but I think Punk's winning this.
Okay, I'm going to go for Eddie Kingston, and I'm also going to go for it by disqualification. I feel like we may start seeing a bit of a team come together with Punk here. I feel like he needs someone alongside him to help him make it, you know, become a heel. I don't think he can just be a heel on his own. I think he needs a faction round him to help him with that.
Who you got for the being the participants of the faction?
I don't know yet. That's one thing I haven't figured out, but I just feel like there's going to be a disqualification here and Punk's going to turn and then he's going to have a bit of a faction around him. But, you know...
Maybe Team Taz, who knows?
Potentially. Could be a good one.
No faction. I want to heel by himself.
Yeah, to be honest, like maybe it's Tony Khan.
Who knows?
Please God, no. We already saw Tony turn heel earlier this week.
Okie doke. So, our next match is for the AEW Tag Team Championships. We have the Lucha Bros champions versus the AAA champions. Are they still FTR?
Yeah.
Okie doke. Really good shot, really good match. This is going to be, you know, I'm not bothered what anybody says. FTR are a good tag team. They really are. You know, the entertainment side of the business, I think they always will struggle with. But as, what's his name? Oh, God, not Wheeler. What's the other one?
Dax Harwood.
Dax.
Dax proved the other night with his matches that they can go. They're wrestlers. They're very good wrestlers. And, you know, I think this match is going to be a really solid match. Matty, we go to you first. What's your thoughts on this one?
This match is going to be fantastic. We're going to see an amazing show of athleticism from the Lucha Bros, hopefully getting brought down by the expertise and technicality that FTR have. This is going to be a great clash of styles, and yeah, this is definitely going to be match of the night in my opinion.
Jimmy?
Yeah, I agree that it's going to be just a spectacle of a match. I like the style. I think that FTR can work any style, and when you have someone that's as like people that are as talented as the Lucha Brothers are, I think that's just gonna magnify how great FTR is at just putting on these kind of matches that they do. For a long time, FTR has been my favorite tag team. I think they're now starting to eclipse as my all-time favorite just because of the work they put in the ring. And I'm glad that AEW has finally allowed them to start doing that. And yeah, this match is next to the Young Bucks. It's probably going to be the best match FTR can have in AEW.
Yeah, and I think, like, do you know when they had the Young Bucks versus the Luchas, I thought like it was just high spot. Where in this match, I think FTR will bring something real different to the match.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
Yeah, I feel like FTR for me personally is the best tag team wrestling right now, and like I really like it's something that you come to appreciate over time because the little details and the ring work, like how the match progresses, it really like takes like grasps you, and you have to suspend yourself to disbelief. Like you're forced to suspend your disbelief because it becomes so real, and like those little things that they're doing, like a little ankle sell or a little trip, like they focus so much on the details. And like in a way, Lucha Bros are the exact opposite, but also at the same time the exact same of FTR. Now this might be oxymoronic and doesn't make sense, but they hold the same charisma, like that hidden kind of charisma that FTR holds. And I'm really excited because obviously we didn't get a full blown match when it was FTR as Los Superanas and the Mass Tag Team, and they got the AAA tag team titles from Lucha Bros. But I feel like if it isn't Hangman Page, like it isn't Omega Page that steals the show tonight, it's gonna be this match, FTR Lucha Bros. Despite the fact that I said something else at the beginning of the show, but like I've come to realize that this is one of the most anticipated matches, at least for me, on this card.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it is going to be a really good match, and I think, like as we said before, the styles and whatnot, it'll do well. Lucha Bros will get their high spots in, FTR will get their tag team. And when I'm watching FTR at the moment, they don't half remind me of the Brainbusters. What's your thoughts on that, Matty?
Yeah, that comparison's completely different now because FTR's changed everything. Like they've helped change tag team wrestling, honestly. FTR, yeah. I can't say enough about them. I'm speechless whenever it comes to that. They're fantastic
because they're that damn good.
They're that damn fucking good.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying the Brainbusters in a bad way, because Tully and Arn were awesome.
Yeah, I was about to say they're not like the Brainbusters. They are the first FTR.
Yeah, sorry. What I mean by the Brainbusters is they're very good in ring, and they're very work wise and in ring style. Everything about them is really, really good. But that entertainment kind of style, they just don't seem to get. You know what I mean? Like the likes of the Heart Foundation, or they just don't seem to relate in that sense.
I'll say this: the promos they've been cutting the past 2 months have been fantastic. I don't think they've ever been given the opportunity to really do it.
Yeah, in NXT they cut some really good ones.
Yeah, but, I mean, before this resurgence of them, they weren't on TV enough for you to kind of get that kind of entertainment out of them. But for whatever reason, something flipped in Tony. He started putting them on TV every week. The promos have been fantastic. We know their in-ring work is just top notch. It's the best you're going to see as far as tag team wrestling goes. And I think they're growing with the entertainment part of the that they've been missing, as some people would say.
Okie doke, right, let's vote on this match then. Let's go to you first. Jimmy, who do you think are the winners on this match?
FTR all day, baby.
Yeah. Rev?
FTR, because they haven't been getting the recognition that they deserve.
Mm-hmm. Matty?
I do agree with you, Jimmy and Harold, but I do think Lucha Bros are going to win this one and keep the AEW tag titles.
Beautiful.
Zane?
I'm actually pretty conflicted. I want FTR to win, because if FTR wins, then we have that proud and powerful feud down the line, but I feel like Lucha Bros is going to retain, and they aren't dropping the titles so soon.
No, I don't see Lucha's losing it so soon either.
And if Santana and Ortiz turn heel, there's a tag team to go right for them.
Yeah, to be honest, like they work better as heels.
Yeah. Okie doke, right, guys. So we'll move on to our next match: AEW Women's World Championship, Britt Baker versus Tay Conti. Obviously, it looks like Britt's going to return it. One thing that I noticed on this one, though, is I like Tay. I've always liked Tay since she was in the Mae Young Classic. Thought she was really good in that as well. She's the only member of the Dark Order on this whole pay-per-view.
That's true, too.
Hangman as well, kind of.
No, yeah. Could we see a Bray Wyatt debut, maybe?
We want John Silver.
Yeah, we do want John Silver.
Johnny
John Silver
Hungy
versus Sammy Guevara for the TNT Championship. Like,
yes.
Oh, yes.
Zane came up with a good idea. How about that?
TK, are you listening?
Okay, no, yeah, but it is what it is. It's just going to be I think it's going to be a regular defense for Britt on this one. What's your thoughts, Zane?
Here's the thing, like, I'm going to be very honest because they aren't putting much effort into even their title feuds right now for the women's division, because until Britt faces Thunder Rosa, every match in between, every title defense in between is a filler. And with Omega, we knew that Hangman was going to take the title off him, but at least they put some effort into building the stories, into his match against Pac and Cassidy, his match against Christian, his matches against Moxley. But like there isn't even a shadow of doubt over whether Baker will lose the title or not. Like, she's definitely winning this, and the only two people I see her dropping it to is either Thunder Rosa or Jade Cargill. And until then, like, she's gonna hold on to that title very firmly.
Yeah, I think Jade Cargill will go down the route of the TNT Championship, I think, eventually.
TBS.
What's your thoughts on that? Well, yeah, same song. Shut up. Jimmy, what's your thoughts on that?
This sucks because I love everything that Britt does. Obviously, she's not the best yet in the ring, but she's progressed so much over the past years. She's grown into like this mega star for the company. And I just wish that they had the talent to give her to put on feuds that were meaningful. Because with this, it starts with Tay Conti bragging about how much nicer of an ass she has than Britt. And now this is where we're at. I'm not excited about that. And I think Tay Conti is good. I think she has a lot of potential. But when you have, I don't think Britt can carry someone. And I don't think Tay Conti is good enough for them to be able to put on a great match like Thunder Rosa or Britt Baker type thing. So nothing about this match has me excited, unfortunately. And I hate it because I love women wrestling. I love Britt Baker. But this match is the build, everything about this just crap in bed.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that as well, as you're quite right, though, the AEW's women's division is really poor at the moment. It needs like a Deonna Purrazzo or an Ember Moon or an Nia Jax. What's your thoughts, Matt?
Ember Moon, yes. Go to Twitter to find out my reactions about Nia Jax.
Weird plug.
This match, like Jimmy said, it's not gonna be a barnstormer. It's not gonna be anywhere near like best match of the night. But I do think Tay Conti is a good talent, and that Britt Baker and Tay Conti might put on a pretty good match. So it's gonna be entertaining all the less. Again, it could have built with a better feud, and I'm pretty sure Tay Conti and Britt Baker could have put on a pretty decent feud. As opposed to, because Britt Baker and Ruby Soho had less than a week or two to get their whole situation going on, and they got a decent program out of that. So they just could have done something better with Tay Conti and Britt Baker.
Yeah, 100%. Zane, what's your thoughts, mate?
I already gave my thoughts.
Oh, sorry, Harold. Harold. Shut up, Zane.
Who's the one that say was Stone there? I don't know. I've got to prove my point.
Right, come on, what's your point, Harold?
I don't have one. It's just it's almost as if the promo for this one is kind of non-existent. Because I didn't see too much of any promo from either, really, except like who has a better ass kind of thing. But even then, I'm on a diet anyway, so why would my opinion count, right?
Well, I think anyway. Okay, I'd say what I meant to say was pick, please, mate.
Yeah, Britt Baker. Sorry for that debacle.
Britt Baker.
Zane.
Yeah, Britt Baker.
Jimmy.
Yeah, DMD. And I would like to thank Tony Khan for paying for these girls to wrestle on the show. It's very nice of him.
Oh, that's lovely. Matthew.
Britt Baker. Holy shit.
What is going on right now?
I've just seen a bit of news coming on here about Lance Archer.
No, what's
that?
Oh, no.
Apparently he's out for a while.
Oh, that was a very bad moonsault, the Bonky Dog.
Yeah, apparently it's kettled him out with his. He's out with a concussion.
Oh
Hope he
shit!
gets back soon. Hope he's safe.
So, yeah, sorry, that's what caught my attention there. I always keep an eye on wrestling news while we're live because the end of the day.
Sorry for
something good
derailing
might
the
come up.
show while you were distracted.
Yeah, you dickhead. Okie doke. So we've got our semi-main events. Biased Radio, yo. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Yeah, Jane's still a prick.
Yo, do you do?
Don't fraternize with the watchers, Zane, because they'll fucking switch off if you speak to them. Okie doke.
Welcome to the show.
Bryan Danielson versus Miro. I'm looking forward to this match. The one thing that I thought when I seen this match straight away was that, I know we've seen it in WWE before, but it's going to be interesting. What I'm going to do with this match is, obviously, I'm looking forward to watching it live, but then I am going to go back and I am going to watch it again after I have watched the WWE match of them, and I want to see if I can see the difference in styles and kind of when they're left to their own devices, what do they do? It'd be quite interesting, Jimmy.
You're going to see a big difference because Miro is 10 times better than he ever was in WWE. This match is going to be awesome. I think this is the one match of the night where you have like this big bastard heel and you have the true babyface going head to head. I don't think you get that a lot in AEW, and that's why I'm kind of excited about this. I can't say much more than that because, it's going to be a great match. It's Bryan Danielson, it's Miro, and Miro has been on fire the past few months. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just excited to see a heel versus a babyface for once on a pay-per-view for AEW.
Yeah, cool. And Matty, what's your thoughts on this one, mate? You looking forward to it, or?
I am very much looking forward to this match, and I think my prediction's going to give away my prediction for the final match. But yeah, this match it's gonna be hard hitting. Like Jimmy said, it's the big bastard heel versus a babyface, and this babyface likes to get hit. So we're gonna see some very interesting offense, I think. I think we're gonna see some things from Miro we haven't seen before. And yeah, this is
flash.
I would lose my shit, Zane, if Miro just 300 pounds pops at 450.
Okie doke, guys. I've just had a thought here, and I don't know if anybody knows the answer to this. I'm just being looking now while I've had a chance to look. Does anybody know what the stipulation is for the winner of the tournament? Is it like a Money in the Bank type deal, or
No.
They get
I
to
think
make the top
it's
of the
the next
rankings.
pay-per-view.
It's like the same as last year.
so
Yeah.
they don't get to pick when they have the match? Because I was just thinking, then imagine fucking Miro beats to Bryan Danielson, and then Hangman wins the belt. Yes, Miro, fuck off.
Here comes
That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
That'd be the most badass thing they ever did.
Oh, mate.
Oh.
Honestly, God, talk about super heel.
No one ruins
They'd have to get the
Hangman's
police to
moments.
get him out. They'd have to get the police to get him out the building.
When was the last time you had that kind of heat on
I was
somebody?
about to say, have you seen Twitter? They're gonna riot if Hangman loses regardless.
I'm gonna ride sitting here in Pakistan. I'm gonna fucking ride him. I'm gonna set up a match or something.
You fucking riot over anything.
We love to ride. We South Asians.
Same riot to fucking Eddie Kingston wears a different type of shoes. Never mind anything else. Harold, what's your thoughts on Bryan Danielson versus Miro?
I'd be excited to see the improvement on Miro, and even in Daniel Bryan. I think it's a match made in heaven. They have wrestled before, so it's going to be exciting to see the little changes that both have done in their careers since then.
Okay, brilliant. Right, let's go into predictions then. Jimmy?
Man, I want Miro to win so bad. I don't see Bryan Danielson taking a loss. His first loss to Miro. I just don't, especially since he was a filler. So Bryan Danielson, but I am pulling so hard for Miro.
Matty?
I'm gonna go Bryan Danielson because it's going to foreshadow my prediction for the final match.
Rev, keep it.
I have to say Bryan Danielson.
Hey, Zane?
Yeah, I say this opens the show, and Danielson's gonna get the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Miro.
Definitely
the
show.
I just hope that, because if he wins this and then he gets like a Money in the Bank deal, oh mate.
No, I think it's gonna be like last year because Omega won it and then he faced Moxley at Winter is Coming, the December 2nd special. So I feel like
no, it wasn't even a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that wasn't even. That was his Dynamite special.
Does anybody else find it weird that the last 2 contenders have been chosen by something other than the rankings? I don't even hear the rankings being talked about anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okie doke, right, let's move on to our main event. Needs no introduction. We've got finally Hangman Page gets his hands on Omega after which seems like it's been building friggin' forever. It doesn't feel like it's just never being ending. Jimmy, where are we going for this one, my brother?
Bro, I cannot wait. If my prediction is right, I cannot wait to see the complete meltdown on Twitter over what's going to happen. Yeah. I think it's this. The match is going to be great. Obviously, it's going to be great. I like this side of Hangman, the confidence. It's a new layer to his character. I think it's great. The build for this, I don't think any of us need to talk about how great it was. It was done very masterfully. Few hiccups, but none of the hiccups I feel like were enough to be like upset somebody about it. But yeah, this match is going to be great. I just cannot wait to see the meltdown.
Zane?
Yeah, boo. I'm booing Jimmy right now. Like this story has been built so well. Like this is like one of the best stories in wrestling of all time. Like I can confidently sit here and say that.
Of all time.
Like, one of the best. I'm not saying
mute this man, Alex. Mute him.
I have written a 4-page article on this before, right? This started in Ring of Honor. This has been building on for so long.
Shine it up nice and shove it up.
I'm the personification of the IWC, so I get to say this stuff, right? But there is no way, and when I say there is no way, there is absolutely no way Hangman loses this match. Because all those years of that story that has been built, it's like down in the gutter. Like Jimmy, if you're so sure you want to bet, right? You haven't made that Adam Cole tattoo yet. I would want to see another Hangman tattoo on your body.
I'm not getting Hangman on me. Boo that man. Yeah. Boo Hangman.
Yeah. But like here's the thing. Like I'm gonna go one step further. I'm gonna say Hangman kicks out of the one-winged angel.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't even know if Hangman's gonna hit it. I mean. I don't even.
Did we give Zane access to the what is this nonsense?
I know. Fucking hell, Zane's. There's a virus.
Boost them up.
I said before he was a virus, didn't I?
I was. I
took over.
This match is gonna be fantastic, but I don't know if Hangman's gonna kick out of the one-winged angel. If Hangman gets hit by it, he's going to get pinned by it.
But if he kicks out of it, it gives him credibility.
Hangman's already been pinned by it. Like last year, Full Gear, he was pinned by the one-winged angel.
He almost got out of it, and then yeah.
Okie doke. Right, Harold, what's your thoughts on this?
I'd like to see Hangman get out of the one-winged angel, and as agreed, I agree with some of the comments that. It would give him more credibility, right?
Mm-hmm. Zane is definitely in charge of this. Right, okay. Surprises. Do we see a Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman?
No.
Nobody?
I have a guess. I feel like in a backstage segment or kind of like this, Danhausen will show up. He's injured, but like you need to get him on TV somehow. Like,
for real.
Even
I do
if he's
agree.
Injured, like I really want to see Danhausen on AEW.
Yeah. One thing that I will say is,
come on, commentary.
I
exactly.
really hope we don't see anybody, because all AEW's pay-per-views have been, such and such is going to show up, such and such is going to show up. They need a solid pay-per-view with their talent, with nobody debuting to show what they can do as a company without somebody coming in.
Well, we do have Sammy Guevara on the card. After the match, he could bump into somebody backstage
Eddie
who
Kingston.
looks at the TNT title and wants a piece of it.
I will say this: if we get a debut, Hangman is definitely not winning that title. You don't take away his moment by having a debut.
Oh, without a doubt. That's why I would say do it like middle of the show.
Yeah.
It would take away from the pay-per-view itself, yeah.
I just think like they need to just stand on their own 2 feet now and stop with these whole things. All right. Anyway, let's get into it. Jimmy, Hangman or Omega?
Oh, I'm taking Omega for multiple reasons. I think they need a nuclear heat heel. They don't really have one, and it's. I think we know what would happen if Kenny Omega won that match. And two, I don't like the predictability of Hangman winning. I might be alone on that. I just don't like predictable endings.
Zane?
Yeah, well, my answer to Jimmy is tough shit, pal. It is predictable, and this is the way it is. Like, if you want a monster heel, wait 3 months. When MJF takes the title of Hangman, there's your monster heel. Right now, it's Hangman's moment. No one takes it away from him. Hangman's winning the title.
Right. Rev Cupid? Harold?
Omega retains.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Matty?
Very nice, very evil.
I'm actually going with the bad guys here. I think the Young Bucks are actually going to interfere. Ruin Hangman. But
what are you guys on?
I will say though, Zane. I will say, Zane, if Hangman does win, you guys are going to see me marking out on the live stream as he's winning. So
I just want to watch the world burn, Zane. That's all.
I think what'll happen is, I think what'll happen is, it's the invisible hand chooses Eddie Kingston. Alex, I've told you to stop enabling Zane. This is what we call an enabler, people. You know, same as when somebody's drunk and you hand them a drink and they're alcoholic. It's called enabling.
No need to get too deep, man.
I think what might happen is we might get something will happen with a screwy finish. Everyone will kick off. Tony Khan comes out and restarts the match or something stupid like that.
I could see that happening.
I could see it. Like a kind of a swerve finish.
This is gonna be clean as a sheet. This is Hangman's moment, and there's gonna be no interference.
But Tony Khan is totally the authority figure to come out after a screwy finish and go, "No, we're not ending a pay-per-view that way." Hangman, Kenny Omega will turn around into a buckshot lariat, and that'll be the end.
Imagine the pop after that. Everyone thinking, "Oh my God, we've
nuts,
got a finish."
Nuts.
Kenny needs that because he's the bad guy. So now he wants to have this moment where everyone's gonna be like, "Thank you, Tony." That's what's gonna happen. That's a great idea. I will say
that's the worst idea I've ever heard.
I will agree with Zane on one thing. I definitely see Hangman kicking out the one-winged angel. I definitely see it.
Am I the only one that don't see him kicking out of that?
Yes,
because I can totally see the Young Bucks coming out, screwing Hangman over, him getting hit with the one-winged angel, the pinfall happening, Tony Khan coming out, calling the rematch of the match, Hangman hitting the buckshot lariat, him still getting pinned to the one-winged angel, but still getting the win over Omega.
No.
Or how about the Young Bucks come out to help and Adam Cole shoots out and helps?
That's what I'm saying. He remembers my theory. He remembers it. Hangman brought Adam Cole in to help him. That's what's happening.
But that's taking away from the main story here. Like, I don't need no interferences. Nothing's gonna happen.
No, it's not.
It does still revolve around the story.
Hangman and Omega.
It's about Hangman and the Elite.
It's about AEW, mate. And don't forget,
that's why Hangman confronted them on Rampage last night. You get in my place, I will end you.
Yeah, I will.
Here comes Adam
I
Cole.
feel like if Bucks are gonna run in, then the Dark Order is gonna run in.
But don't forget as well as during the being the Elite, and they went to give Adam Cole a drink, saying when he killed him off in the first place, and he was like, "Oh, I'll have that later. Where's Adam? Where's Adam?" And he kept going on and on about where's Adam, and he hasn't really been involved in any of the Omega Hangman stuff. So you know, at the end of the day, I get you say it's all about Hangman, but it's about AEW, and if it's done correctly, then fine, no problem with me. But I'm going to go with Hangman anyway. Right, guys, thanks for joining us. Guys, don't forget, we have got our live stream on later on tonight, joining Matty and a few special guests. I'm probably going to pop in myself at some point as well, which will be nice. And also,
I plan on being there the whole show, so...
Yeah, and also, guys, make sure that if you're in work or whatever else and you can't listen to watch the live stream, we will have live updates on WrestleBuddy.com where you can follow it. You know, you can read up as the action's happening and get your results that way as well. So we've got you, whichever way you watch it. If you can't watch it live or you want to watch it along with us or you want to read it on the website, we've got you covered across all bases. So make sure that you do tune in and join us again tomorrow for our weekly news roundup. And also our results on Full Gear. So if you don't get to watch the live results or you just want to come along and discuss it with us, jump in the chat and join us. Thanks for everyone who's joined us in the chat, made little comments and watched us along. And Zane, Jimmy, Matty and Rev, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you all again next time. Until then, guys, take care. Bye now.
Join the live stream.
Join the live stream. Yeah.
Boom.
Keep waving until